I have a feeling that Kimberly is making them the sacrifice instead of the Briggsmen. I don't think Kimberly cares either way, because the city in the middle is fighting wars of attrition on all fronts, and they're literal slaughters. I don't think they care whose blood they spill anymore, because it'll be irrelevant once the ritual takes place. Ritual? Well, alchemy circle, whatever. Bite of an ant. Let's do it. I said let's do it. Hit play, goddammit.
Shouldn't be happening. Who guaranteed victory? What happened to the turncoats who would attack from the inside?
Wait, so let me get this straight. You marched up to a fortification which has an advantage because it has the high ground, meaning that you need to be significantly closer to their firing range, and even if you try to retreat, they'll still be able to hit you. And as we know, the law of sieges means you'll lose at least a third of your men. You are a fucking idiot. Wow, nice shot.
Cease fire, men! That was too easy. Yeah. But why? The crest is carved.
Well, this guy's just an asshole. But why would they even trust him? I mean, the guy even looks like an asshole. This is just social Darwinism taking its course. I'm sorry, but why did you even? And if you're going to have cannon fire, why would all your men be in formation within firing distance? That is so stupid. I'm so confused. It's like these people were trying to get themselves killed. Strategy from the last century? Ah, good old-fashioned World War I war of attrition.
You aren't listening! I told you! Alka history is all about reading the dragon's pulse!
I told you! I have no idea what that even means!
These two are getting married. I will allow it.
Clear your mind and think with your senses. Like this. See, it's easy.
You're just pointing!
No, I'm focusing!
Can't you explain it scientifically?
They're rambunctious, huh?
Yeah, no kidding. Sorry to impose on you.
You're not imposing. You're actually helping us out.
Ow! Stop pulling my hair, you...
You guys are a welcome distraction for our kids.
We're gonna head out to find some firewood. Would you mind letting Zampano know for me?
Damn it! Evil little children! And where the hell is Zampano? Why does he get to wander off while I get tortured?
Hey! They're close by. Follow me.
You lead the way, Zampano.
So I hear you've discovered Salim's true identity.
Yes, sir.
And you're also aware of who I am.
Yes.
Lieutenant, I'm interested in hearing your opinion as a loyal citizen of this country. How do you feel about your leader being a homunculus?
I mean, at this point, if our leaders were fucking lizard people, it wouldn't surprise me considering how little they blink. At this point, fuck it.
I think it's sad the family I've answered to and trusted isn't real. That you don't even have that much. You're just putting on an act, pretending to be the humans you secretly despise.
It is true that Selim was appointed to be my son by my superior. Everything from my power down to my rank was appointed to me. Most of my life is just an act. But my wife, at least, was of my own choosing. Are you finished with the tea?
Yes, sir.
Delicious, thank you.
Why do I get the feeling that he's a lonely old man? I mean, he's literally talking to his hostage.
Are you serious, Doctor? You were one of the bigwig researchers at the 5th Laboratory?
I wasn't that important. I just had a few men working for me. It's been ages since I've spoken with any of them.
Hey!
Who is this man with you?
He's just a nice drifter I met. He was hoping you might be able to examine
You
it,
can
Doctor.
stop, Zampano. Nobody's falling for your bad acting. It's nice to see you, Doctor. It's been too long. I like what you've done with your face. Now, who do you think you are? You honestly believed you could pull one over on me? What is this? Zampano!
Now, what were you saying about my acting? It's bad?
Thank you, Envy. You couldn't have made our plans to lure you here any easier. You did just as we expected. You take such delight in your cruelty. I knew you'd come to capture me on your own.
Well, you were right about that one, Doctor. And now that you've got me here, will you ask for
it? What do you think, Envy? They're like landmines loaded with alchemy.
That kind of alchemy doesn't even exist! Damn it! You say they're landmines? Well, then all I have to do is follow your footsteps to avoid them. What the hell?
I'm sorry, but they should have been allowed to say, "What the fuck?" I'm sorry, can I hear that in Japanese, please? I want to hear that in Japanese. I need to hear this in Japanese. I want to hear nanandayo. I want to hear nanandayo. I need it. I need this in my life. I need this. Let me have this.
地雷式だよ。錬金術は日々進化している。
そんな錬金術があるわけ。くそー、地雷だってならお前たちの足跡をたどれば引っかからないだろ。なんでだ。
Oh, come on! You could have said something so much better than that. I'm disappointed.
They're set to detonate for homunculi only.
How'd you even do that?
We've littered the entire area with them all hidden beneath the snow. Well, Envy, how does it feel to have the tables turned on you? It's not as much fun on that side, is it?
It's working perfectly. He doesn't know it's remote alchemy.
That's enough! You should have just done as you were told! But if you stop really want to test me, then I'll show you who's in charge!
God damn it, Zarbon.
That was a close one. Thank you. You're fast for that one.
Woof!
You shouldn't underestimate a scum.
Damn it! If you think you're gonna win this, you're fools!
Is that so? Now then, what do you think of this?
Is he dead?
Oh.
I gotcha.
Doctor!
Whoa, stay put. Unless you want him dead. Now then, how should I punish you? What do you think, Doctor? How about I wipe out a village of innocent people?
I'm not gonna let you do that!
I think I saw some
Which
teeth.
line was this, Marcoh? It just looks stupid. There we go. That slum is ripe for destruction.
Don't do it!
But it would be wasteful to simply kill them. I could always take them back to Central instead. We are running low on ingredients.
Monster! You're still using souls to make Philosopher Stones? I won't let you! Let my research team go, damn it!
Oh, sorry. It's a little late to release them now that we've turned them into Philosopher Stones.
You sacrificed my men?
What? I forgot to tell you. Oh, well, Doctor. There's no point crying over spilled milk now. It's not right for you to get so upset considering all the stones you've made. And all the lives you put into them.
So are you gonna hit it again or what?
You're right. I've sacrificed many innocent lives to make your damn Philosopher's Stones. I know better than anyone else how much pain goes into creating them. And not only do I know how to create them, but I know how to destroy them as well!
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Well, that's a plot twist.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
What's that? That's where the doctor and the others were headed.
Well, that's gonna cause an avalanche.
So much pain! No! This can't happen! It can't! This can't be! No! How could this happen? I could never be defeated by pathetic creatures like you! And you chimeras! Don't quit looking at me! How dare you look at me! Don't look down on me, you worms!
The fuck is that?
Don't look down on me, worms.
How pathetic. This is the thing that caused so much damage. We did it, Marcoh. We won.
That was envy?
Oh, hey, look, here they come!
Dr. Marcoh, are you okay? What happened?
What's that?
Are you gonna cook it?
I can't believe you guys would keep me in the dark about this. That's what you get for picking a fight with us humans, grotesque tadpole.
Look at you. Why would you do something so dangerous?
Because I had to. I've always done what I was told to do. I had to take a risk and think for myself this time. I put my fear aside and did what was right. I wanted to be like your parents.
You were, but try not to be so reckless.
Sure.
So you get...
Mr. Yoki?
Oh, it's gonna take him over.
Get it off me!
I've hijacked this idiot's body!
We'll just kill him.
Let go! Somebody help me! I can't control my body!
That's right, you can't! Now, if you want him to live, you'll do as I tell you.
Nah, he's all yours. Do what you want.
It's not like he's our friend or anything.
Poor Yoki, I'm sorry I didn't know you better.
We'll never forget your sacrifice.
Please, Mr. Scar! You won't stand back and let this thing kill me! Right? How can you turn your back on me?
What is this? Doesn't anyone care about this guy?
You're wasting your time, Envy. We've accepted the measures we'll have to take to defeat you. We'll destroy both you and this man if you don't surrender.
Damn it!
Got him.
I'm free.
Nice acting, Doctor.
I'm afraid I'm not used to bluffing like that.
Wait, you weren't gonna kill him?
Damn all of you! None of you guys are my friends! How could you? You're dead to me!
But I don't even remember your name. Oh well.
So, this seems like a good opportunity to interrogate you.
I'm not talking.
Spit it out, you slug! You're either gonna talk or die! That's it! Let him have it, Zampano!
Even if I do talk, you're still gonna kill me. What's the point? Fool.
What?
So what's the deal? Why isn't the Fullmetal Pipsqueak with you?
Brother? I'm pretty sure he's at Briggs by now.
Oh. Last thing I heard, he'd gone missing.
What'd you say? He's missing? Tell me!
He disappeared after a mine shaft in Bosco collapsed. I wonder if he's still alive.
He's lying. He has to be.
So what now? Should we head back to Bar School to check?
No. That's not what Brother would want. He would trust that I was all right and wouldn't let a rumor stop him. So we're gonna do the same thing and keep moving. We can't give up hope yet.
I'll go my separate way for now. I've realized something about the actions I've taken. I don't intend to simply punish this country for what it did to Ishval. I want to change it. And I'll need your help, Marcoh. The two of us need to set things right.
All right, then. We'll travel together.
In order to change this country.
Actually, I've got some place I've been meaning to check out.
Oh? Where's that?
It's a town called Lior. I'm not sure, but I've got a feeling the tunnel runs under it.
Here, May. Take this thing and return to your country. Hold on! It's the remnants of a seemingly indestructible creature. It might appease your emperor enough to save your clan.
I can't! Who's gonna teach you about alchemy if I leave?
You need...
Excuse me, but do you think the Emperor's gonna accept this thing instead of immortality? I'm sorry, but what the fuck?
to think about your own country. Have you forgotten why you came here in the first place? Your clan could lose its power struggle. And what explanation will you have for them when you return home? Will you apologize and tell them you were too busy saving another country? Now go home. Forget this place. Leave this country's problems to its people.
Thank you for everything.
How the hell is envy gonna be an offering of immortality?
You take care, mate. Once I learn the basics of alchemy, I'll be sure to find you to learn more.
Oh, Alphonse.
Aww.
Alphonse, I'll miss you.
Aww.
Have a safe journey, May!
There she goes.
I'm sorry, but you have to explain to me why the fuck the Emperor would want that green little lizard thing instead of immortality. What's the green little lizard thing gonna do? It's not gonna tell him how to achieve immortality. It has a Philosopher's Stone in it. But the stone was destroyed. The green lizard thing was immortal. Was. How could she prove it? She can't prove it. Oh, whatever. I'm just gonna... Well, I guess that's the end of Panda Girl. At least she didn't die.
We should start moving as well.
Let's go.
I'm so confused how that green thing does anything. Whatever. I'm so confused. Evidence for a potential solution for immortality since it was immortal. I think the stone is still intact. But I thought the stone was destroyed, which is why all those souls disappeared. And Envy went from all those different bodies into coming out as the green lizard thing. It's a homunculus. I think the stone was just reduced to its last life, revealing Envy's true form. So the stone is still his heart. Okay. So they're gonna cut open the lizard to find out?
Poor Mr. Greed.
No luck. Izumi Curtis and her husband are apparently on vacation and didn't say when they're returning.
Is that so? We should report back to Fuhrer Bradley. There's not much else we can do.
Bradley!
Oof.
Now you stay put. I'll be right back.
He might have replacements for us.
Let's hope so.
I might find Mr. Greed if I follow them, but...
That would not work in any country with bumps.
Oh, sis, would you be so kind as to possibly move your foot, please?
You are to address me as General.
Yes, ma'am, General.
You're just as gutless as I remember you being.
So, I heard your men completely annihilated the Drachma forces.
Of course they did.
But won't that hasten the enemy's transmutation circle?
I don't give a damn. It was their duty to defend the border. And that's what they did. And Drachma won't even think twice about attacking again. Now they know that our country is not one to be meddled with.
Oh my, you've only grown more ferocious. How will you ever find a husband if you continue to...
That's enough of your sniveling, you pansy! I need to get away from you before I start to catch your cowardice.
Ah,
I volunteer as tribute.
Is this man your brother?
I don't consider him my brother. Not after he deserted his country in Ishbal.
Oof.
Follow me, please. There's something I'd like for you to see.
I'm sorry, but with each scene I fall more and more in love with this woman. Ah, shit, I left the door open. Oh crap, she's coming.
Are you familiar with the 3 state-appointed tenets of alchemy?
Of course. Obey the military. Do not create gold. Do not create people. And that's it.
You know them well. Obeying the military should go...
Wait, do not create gold, do not create people, but they said nothing about silver. I wish to become a state alchemist.
Without saying, the creation of gold is restricted to avoid financial disorder. So then, what about creating people? Why do you suppose the state would so firmly enforce this regulation?
It's simply unethical, sir. It's even taboo amongst alchemists. From what I understand, they regard it as an implicit sacrilege against God.
But that isn't why. The state has no interest in ethics. They're too much of a variable to use as a guideline. The true reason is far less abstract. The third tenet is to prevent someone from creating their own army, General.
So that's why Sloth had those red lines. He was manufactured. He was manufactured?
This place is a disaster.
You think there's any place left standing where we could get something to eat?
I think so. It's around here somewhere. Rose, how are you?
What a surprise! So, Al, what brings you back to Lior?
Looks like the kid knows her, doesn't he?
Huh? Yeah, somewhat.
Hey, Al, where's Ed? Isn't he with you?
No, we're traveling separately right now.
Oh, that's too bad. I've actually really missed him.
Winry?
What, Al?
Oh, nothing. You just kind of had a funny look on your face, that's all.
I did not! You're imagining things!
Okay, Rose. These pots are as clean as they get. You have anything else?
Huh?
Reunion, revival, and resolution are all bound together in a single moment.
I'm sorry, but he is hitting on her. He is fucking hitting on her hard. And I think the reason why she's worried is not because it is a manufactured army and she doesn't want to fight them. I think what she would be worried about is that it devalues the value of her men, because she would realize very quickly that it's far quicker to just create artificial humans than train up and recruit soldiers. So suddenly, her men, which are cream of the crop, have stopped being valuable and are nothing more than cannon fodder, which means they could be sacrificed for virtually nothing, as opposed to being kept alive because they're actually useful. I think she would look at her as... I think she would look at her men as her family. Kuma, he's immortal. What else can he spend his time on other than women? Oh, I don't know. Saving the fucking world, maybe? We'll continue next week with episode 44. Let's watch the first opening. Up to here. Alright, episode 2. Let's watch the first opening. What is this? Here we go. Let's watch. Wait. We start at the beginning. That's actually trippy. I don't know if that was actually Edward or his dad. Because that's Edward. I don't know if the first guy was his dad or Edward. Because he never wore a singlet like that. That can't be Edward. That was his dad. Fuck! Oh, that is so trippy. That was von Hohenheim. It could be figured out that it's not Ed because we know he has his arm. But then at the same time, you're not exactly thinking about that the first time you're looking at this opening. Like, your mind isn't doing, a logic check. Does everything add up? You're just kind of going with the tune, but it's kind of like father, like son sort of thing. And I know genetics work like that because I actually look like my grandfather. I look very much like my grandfather. Like, if you look at photos of my grandfather, you could mistake him for being me. That's how alike we are in facial structure and overall appearance. It's pretty fucking trippy. Genetics are a bitch. And you would think after 2 generations you would actually lose a lot of those strong genetics, but nah. Yeah, I appreciate that about any video game, any movie, any TV show, any anime that has rewatch value. It shows that they've thought about it, and it shows at which point in the development cycle they actually created these openings and these little bits. Like, for example, the first time I watched Code Geass, you guys know the story, I ended up watching it, and then I ended up rewatching like the first episode, and it was just so trippy picking up the rewatch value. It's like a single fucking frame purposely put in there for rewatch value. Same thing with Death Note. It has a lot of rewatch value. There's so many good... It's a good fucking anime. It's a good anime. So Kuma, what do you think about Rath's statements about how he has only had one choice in his whole life? He's basically a slave. Through and through. He was a little bit like Hohenheim, one of many potential Wraths. He was the one that was ultimately chosen. His position was chosen. His son was chosen. He was even taught to act a certain way, to fight a certain way. He's a puppet. He's a puppet. His will, his free will is within a very confound sort of sphere. He can do whatever he wants within a certain guideline. Seems like, do you think he picked a good wife? Well, remember that story that he said that she slapped him? And then shortly after they went on their first dates. I think that was kind of the thing that made him sort of, everyone's got their type, right? Yeah, like there's a bit of replay value in the first school lessons in Persona 5 since they have a bit of rewatch value because they hint to a lot of stuff at the end of the game. Yeah, I like games that do that. It gives you an opportunity to replay, especially any sort of RPG game where you have multiple dialogue choices, where you can pick certain dialogue options and then you can repick it. I particularly like games that give you different endings based on your dialogue and choices. I think that's a cool one. But I made that comment that he sort of sounds like a lonely old man because it would take its toll on you. I think at a certain point he said that he doesn't remember if he is the personality from the Philosopher's Stone or he is the personality of his original body that overtook the stone. But he said something along the lines of, does it even matter anymore? I think he was groomed to the point that, ultimately he was just going to be what he is. And I think he plays the part very well. But I don't know what the motivation is for the homunculus, because I get envy's envious, cool. You like having different bodies that you might get your kick from it. I guess Wrath gets a certain tingle from waging endless war, maybe. Get Games with heavy plot twists like AI Somnium Files also have amazing replay value, like understanding where Saito is throughout the whole game, and that adds to the different endings. Don't go into too much detail for games and stuff, particularly names. You could just say it at AI Somnium Files, but I get exactly what you're saying. I get the same thing throughout, say, Metal Gear Solid or similar games where you sort of know what's going on and you pick up all the subtle signs the first time through, which, yeah. Thoughts on Evie being a small parasitic lizard thing? I mean, it makes sense. The small parasitic lizard, which can't do anything on its own without a host, would obviously be envious of people with their own bodies who can do whatever they want and spend it drinking and fornicating. I can understand that. At the same time, it was kind of like, what the fuck? And given that's the scenario, I mean, I originally thought that all the 7 deadly sins were human. But given that it doesn't necessarily have to be humans anymore, it just opens the door of possibilities wide open. It was a good twist. Like, I mean, Envy was a giant lizard, but I just figured, fuck it, you know what I mean? You're a giant lizard. But in actuality, Envy was actually a little fucking lizard. I mean, it was a good twist. It's getting good. We're at 44. I mean, it's the last 20 episodes. Shit's gonna get real. I don't think they need to do any more world building. I think most of the characters have already been introduced. The laws of the world have, for the most part, been defined. And now it's, I mean, look at this. The Promised Day, Looming Shadows, Emissary of Darkness, The Oath in the Tunnel, Finale Affliction, Upheaval in Central, The Immortal Legion. I mean, this shit. I mean, these titles, man. What is this? Combined Strength, Flame of Vengeance, Beyond the Inferno, The Adult Swear of Life, The Return of the Führer. Oh my god, that's gonna give me PTSD. You know, shit's gonna come down. It's gonna get good. And now Panda Girl has left this group, and Sky and Marco have gone on a separate way while Al has found his father. It would make absolute sense to join forces with Hohenheim, given what we know. But from Al and Ed's point of view and what they know, it's very limited. You know, they still, I mean, they've met the father figure underneath, who's the ultimate bad guy. And they probably have a few questions regarding, hey, Dad, why the fuck does the end boss look like you, you know? I think that would be a very productive conversation to have. I think that conversation has only been opened up now because I don't think he would ever reveal that to the boys without them knowing about it. So there is a chance that they will join forces. It would make sense for them to join forces. They would need to join forces. Even potentially using Hohenheim as a, I wouldn't say Duracell battery, but he is a walking philosopher's stone. They're gonna need some serious firepower. I mean, they've taken out a few of the deadly sins, but they're not a joke. You need serious firepower, and even then, you got to deal with, you know, Father himself, who is in a whole other league on his own. Like, you know, we're talking the difference between Raditz and Frieza here, right? I mean, it's all out war, pretty much. I'm curious what he has done during the whole time he has lived, other than the kids. Well, he's obviously done a lot of females for all those kids to happen. Also, which is the truer form of pride? Is it the mass of shadow that he was given, or the human body of Selim that uses his shadow? Yep, I feel like he's going to tell them everything. There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of good questions. There's a lot of... It's getting good. it's getting good because it answers a question, but it gives you 2 more questions. I wonder if Hohenheim had something to do with the Armstrong family. I mean, Hohenheim does look very physically strong. I mean, there's there's clearly some Slav genetics in that family. Is your schedule for watching Fullmetal Alchemist always on Mondays? Well, Monday is Anime Monday, as we call it. So on Saturdays, we play an anime game, which is currently Persona 5 Strikers. On Sunday, we play an action game, which is currently Uncharted 4. And Monday, we usually play Fire Emblem 3 Houses, as well as watching 2 anime, which is currently Re:Zero and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. So that's our schedule. If you are new and you're obviously unfamiliar with the schedule, you can always check the schedule on Twitch. It's got a little tab on the top. If you want, join the Discord. I always send a ping before we go live. I update the weekly schedule on the Discord as well for everybody so they can see what's coming up for the following weekend. And I also post links to all the LPs and reactions. So if you don't want to miss out, highly recommend you join the Discord. Highly recommend. That's where we hang out when we're not live streaming or playing games. You're just bad with keeping up with streams. Highly recommend you join the Discord because you get a ping when we're about to go live. But yeah, every Saturday, Sunday we play games, Monday, Anime Monday. So just like set an alarm on your phone or something. It's the same time every week. So eventually it's going to turn into a habit and you're just going to pop up. Oh, I am there. I see the pings. Well, it works. But yeah, there's a tab. There's a tab. It's the live stream tab. I'll even show you. Just can I show the full live stream? Doesn't work. But there's basically a live stream tab on the top left and you just go live stream schedule and it has the schedule there. See, I have the schedule. Saturday, Persona 5 Strikers, Uncharted 4 and what we're having. So highly recommended. Highly recommended. All right, guys, got to wrap it up. We had a massive, almost 7-hour live stream. Last week we did Fire Emblem 3 Houses, so we didn't have a lot of time for anime. So I overcompensated for anime this week. And next week, we're probably going to have 3-4 hours of Fire Emblem 3 Houses and probably 1 or 2 hours for anime. So we're kind of doing like a back and forth pendulum swing, but it seems to be working. I will get these edited and popped on to Patreon for anyone that missed any of the episodes. So if you missed anything, head over to Patreon. I do post links here in the Discord as well. So it's quick access. If you need to search for something, guys, Control F. Control F. Easy. I even put thumbnails. Control F. So I will see you guys next weekend. Otherwise, I'm going to be on Discord during the week, so I hope to see you there. Thank you for coming. I hope you've had a blast. Thanks for being awesome as always. Before we go, any theories you want to share before you go? Any theories? See, it's a tough one at this point because I've already brought out all the questions that I have. I don't have many theories. I don't know if they're going to reveal too much to General Armstrong because Wrath doesn't strike me as the type of person to trust people very quickly, but I do know that he feels confident that if he has to kill General Armstrong, he would be able to do it by himself. So I sort of feel like he feels like he can take care of her if he needs to. I'm very curious to see where that goes because it's going to provide us with a lot of exposition. Other than that, it's a bit tough to say. I still think that the brothers are going to join forces with Hohenheim. I do think that the army of homunculi are going to see if they can recruit General Armstrong because no doubt she would be an asset. But then at the same time, I don't think they would give two shits if it turns out that she is working against them because they would want to take care of her. So it would be really interesting. Regarding Greed's old crew, I know there is that one guy. I don't really have a theory as to how that's going to play out. just because he doesn't strike me as a very capable fighter, but he might be able to bring out Greed's personality from Ling's body. I don't know, something might come out. Maybe he pulls out Greed's personality from the Philosopher's Stone, which temporarily overpowers Ling's body, and then Ling is able to overpower back his body. I don't know. Anything could happen. It's kind of one of those things where I just have to see what will happen. That probably means we're going to get a Wrath versus Armstrong sword fight. As much as I would enjoy seeing that, I think General Armstrong would be at a huge disadvantage, given that she's carrying around one sword, and you've got Wrath that's highly proficient at using 2 or more, and whenever we see him fighting, he's always close and personal with his swords, whereas General Armstrong changes a weapon depending on the situation. So I think Bradley's probably a lot more experienced with his swords than General Armstrong. So if I had to put money on one of them, I would put money on Wrath. As much as I want to see General Armstrong fight with a sword, I don't think the odds would be in her favor. At best, he would toy with her. Sorry to say it. He doesn't strike me as the type that could be easily bested one-on-one. If it was 3 or 4-on-1, maybe, but one-on-one, I think he's a force to be reckoned with. He would just wipe the floor clean with a lot of people. So, gotta watch out for him. Kuma, concerning 3 houses, will you consider it finished at the end of the Black Eagles route, or will it be due when you do all the routes? Honestly, I didn't know about the multiple routes up until a while in. I don't have an answer for that right away. I would have to see how it goes once we complete one playthrough, and I would have to reevaluate the situation, because I am doing this part-time. So whenever I'm playing one game, it means I'm not playing another one. So I would have to evaluate what the situation is when we finish a route and see then. So we'll have to see.
Hey, did I hand you a shrinking potion by accident? I could have sworn that was the gender swapping one.
Don't be hating. She's fun size, that's all. She doesn't even have to get on her knees to blow.
You want to add anything to that conversation?
Nope, I'm good. In fact, I think your new size makes you an even more formidable and stealthy ninja.